Great. Ms. Palchik, am I good to start?
Yes, please. Yes, please, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It is 10:02 and the Commission on State Mandates will come to order. Welcome to the webinar. We're glad that you could all be here. Statutes of 2022, Chapter 48, signed by the governor on June 30th of this year, amended the Bagley-Keene Open Meeting Act to extend until July 1st, 2023, the authority to hold public meetings through teleconferencing and to make public meetings accessible electronically to all members of the public seeking to observe and to address the state body in order to protect the health and safety of civil servants and the public. The Commission, of course, as you know, continues to be committed to ensuring that our public meetings are accessible to the public and that everyone has the opportunity to observe the meeting and to participate by providing written and verbal comment on Commission matters. Please note that the materials for today's meeting, including the notice, agenda, and witness list, are all available on the Commission's website at www.csm, Commission on State Mandates, .ca.gov under the Hearings tab. Also, please note that the event we experience technical difficulties or the meeting is bumped offline, we will restart and allow time for people to rejoin before recommencing the meeting. Ms. Halsey, will you call the roll, please?
Sure. Mr. Adams.
Here.
Ms. Lee.
Here.
Ms. Miller.
Here.
Ms. Nash.
Here.
Ms. Olson.
Here.
Mr. Silva.
Here.
Mr. Walker.
Here.
Great, we have a quorum. And then it is with incredibly deep sadness that we announce the passing of our former commission member, who we all adored, Maria Carmen Ramirez, who served the commission for 8 years, from 2012 to 2020, as a local agency member from the Oxnard City Council. Member Ramirez was a committed and thoughtful member, asked incredible questions. I learned a tremendous amount from her and sincerely made not only her community, but the state a better place. And we will really, really miss her and extend our deepest condolences to her family. Her memory is a true blessing for us. We will continue to try and work in her legacy, in the amazing strength and dignity and beauty and commitment she brought to the state. And we will continue to try and make her proud, and we'll send notes to her family so they know just what a really remarkable impact she had on us. So with that, I'd like to invite other additional words about Ms. Ramirez from members and then from staff and the public. So anyone that wishes to speak, and I just adore this picture that's on the screen, and take a moment to really honor her memory and her service. So please, Mr. Adams.
Thank you, Chairperson Miller. It was stunning news to receive, and I will also always remember Carmen's professionalism, her drilling down to the questions that were pertinent to this commission, and her passing is just an unbelievable loss to the people of California and the people of the world. She was also recognized at our last CSAC meeting. As you all know, she was chairperson of the Ventura County Board of Supervisors at the time of her passing. Again, my condolences to her family. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. Ms. Olson?
Yeah, I too really adored Carmen. She and I sat in positions around the U where we often, by chance or by design, caught each other's eyes. And I was always amazed by the amount of kindness, both in those eyes and also in her questioning. She understood the mission of the commission, and she also understood deeply the impact that commission decisions had on people. And that was never far from her thoughts. I think she was just an extraordinary individual.
Thank you, Ms. Olson. Anybody else? Can we invite everybody who'd like a moment? Ms. Halsey, please.
For me in particular, but also for staff. Sorry. Carmen was a great mentor, leader, and she was a really great supporter of staff. But in particular, she set an example of how to be an effective advocate while also being kind, which is a special skill. This has hit me and the rest of staff particularly hard in this time of great loss. For some reason, this has really impacted us. I think it's because of that, as Member Olson mentioned, her kindness and also her skill at advocacy and her passion, while being able to be that passionate advocate while always being kind to everyone, and is something we can all use more of. So I hope that in Carmen's passing that we strive to keep Carmen alive in our hearts by emulating those traits we so respected and admire. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Halsey. Anybody else?
Madam Chair, I
Yes.
would just like to offer that if there's anybody of the attendees that would like to speak, if you could please raise your hand in the Zoom, and then we will unmute your microphone.
Thank you very much.
Madam Chair, I see no hands raised at this moment.
Great, thank you, Ms. Polchek. Well, I sincerely appreciate those just incredible words, and agree that we will all be better off if we emulate the type of person that Carmen was. And indeed, that is how we can keep her legacy alive. So I think we will adjourn this meeting in memory of Carmen in the name of kindness. So with that, anybody else? I just want to make sure everyone has a moment. With that, we will move to our first item, which are the minutes from July 22nd, 2022. Are there any comments on this item? Any questions? Please.
Madam Chair, I was just going to move approval.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. Is there a
I'll
second?
second.
Thank you, Ms. Olson. Any public comment? Seeing none, we will take a roll call vote, correct? Is that correct, Ms. Halsey, because we're online?
Yes, thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Then we'll call the roll, please.
Mr. Adams,
Aye.
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Miller,
Hi.
Ms. Nash,
Aye.
Ms. Olson,
Aye.
Mr. Silva,
Aye.
Mr. Walker.
Aye.
Thank you.
The minutes are approved.
And now we will take up public comment for matters not on the agenda. Please note that the commission may not take action on items not on the agenda. However, it may schedule issues raised by the public for consideration at future meetings. We invite the public to comment on matters that are on the agenda as they are taken up.
Is there any public comment? Anyone wishing to comment for any reason? Not seeing anyone. Ms. Polchek, am I correct?
That is correct. I see no hands.
Great, thank you very much. Hearing no public comment, we will move to the next item, please.
Next is the proposed consent calendar. Item 6 is proposed for consent.
Great, thank you very much. Any objections to keeping item 6 on consent? Seeing none. Sorry, my computer is yelling at me. Seeing none.
Move the consent calendar.
Thank you, Ms. Olson. I'll second the consent calendar. And It has been moved and seconded. Is there any public comment? Seeing none, Ms. Halsey, will you take the roll, please?
Sure. So that was moved by member Olson and seconded by member Miller.
Correct.
Mr. Adams,
Aye.
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Miller,
Aye.
Ms. Nash,
Aye.
Ms. Olson,
Aye.
Mr. Silva,
Aye.
Mr. Walker.
Aye.
Great, thank you. The consent calendar is approved. Ms. Halsey, while you are swearing in, I need to go and check why the doorbell is ringing still. I'll be right back. I really apologize.
Okay, well, let's move to the swearing in. Will the parties and witnesses for items 3 and 4 please turn on your video and unmute your microphones? And please rise and state your names for the record.
Lisa Kurokawa, State Controller's Office. Brittany Thompson, Department of Finance.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony which you're about to give is true and correct based on your personal knowledge, information, or belief?
I do.
I do.
Thank you. Please be seated, and parties and witnesses for item 4, please turn off your video and mute your microphones. Item 2 is reserved for appeals of executive director decisions, and there are no appeals to consider. And then I'll pause for a moment until member Miller is back. And here she
Thank
is.
you. I apologize for that. That's the downside of working from home. Are we on item 3?
3, yes, we are. And I was just about to introduce that.
Great, thank you.
So next is item 3, the new commission counsel, Mariko Kotani, who was introduced at the May 27th, 2022 hearing, is making her commission hearing debut on camera today. And will she please turn on her video and unmute her microphone and present a proposed decision on California Voting for All Act, ballot translations and posting requirements.
Great. We're so pleased to see you here, Ms. Katani. Thank you, and welcome again to the Commission on State Mandates. We really appreciate your service.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair, and good morning. This test claim was filed by the County of Los Angeles on Elections Code Section 14201, as added in 1994 and amended in 2017, and a Secretary of State memorandum that notified counties that their county elections officials for certain precincts would need to provide language assistance in additional languages for elections conducted between May 2020 and December 2021. Staff finds that the test claim was not timely filed with respect to Section 14201, as added and amended in 1994 and 2017, because the test claim was filed more than a year after the effective date of those statutes and more than a year after first incurring costs. However, the test claim was timely filed with respect to the memorandum. Staff finds that the memorandum does not mandate a new program or higher level of service on county elections officials, and thus does not impose a reimbursable state mandated program. Prior to the memorandum, state law already required the county elections official to provide translated facsimile copies of ballots and other forms of language assistance whenever the Secretary of State determined that low English proficiency voters of a single language minority met a 3% threshold in a precinct. The memo implemented pre-existing law by identifying languages that met that 3% threshold. It did not require county elections officials to perform any activities that were not already required. And the parties agree with staff recommendations to deny this test claim. So accordingly, staff recommends that the commission adopt the proposed decision to deny this test claim and authorize staff to make any technical, non-substantive changes following the hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Katani, and great job. We'll ask the parties and witnesses now, before you speak, to please state your name for the record. Ms. Thompson, did I see you earlier? For the Department of Finance. Oh, there you are.
Brittany Thompson with the Department of Finance. We don't have any concerns with the staff recommendation on this item.
Great, thank you very much. Anyone else wishing to comment? Seeing none, any questions from the board? Seeing none, any public comment?
Sarah, you were muted.
Member Olson, yeah.
Oh, excuse me, Miss Olson.
No,
Did you-
I was just moving adoption.
Oh, great. Thank you very much.
I'll second.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Walker. It's been moved by Ms. Olson and seconded by Mr. Walker. Seeing no public comment and no further questions. Ms. Halsey, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Adams,
Aye.
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Miller,
Aye.
Ms. Nash,
Aye.
Ms. Olson,
Aye.
Mr. Silva,
Aye.
Mr. Walker.
Aye.
Item 3 is adopted. Next, we move to item 4 now, please.
We now ask the presenters for item 3 to please turn off their video and mute their microphones. Next is item 4. Senior Commission Counsel Eric Feller will please turn on his video and unmute his microphone and present a proposed decision on an incorrect reduction claim on municipal stormwater and urban runoff discharges. At this time, we invite the parties and witnesses for item 4 to please turn on their video and unmute their microphones.
Good morning, Mr. Feller. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. So this incorrect reduction claim challenges the controller's reduction of cost claimed by the city of Hawaiian Gardens for fiscal years 2003 to 2011. Controller reduced the number of allowable collections claimed from twice weekly to once weekly because the agreement did not provide contemporaneous source documentation.
I'm sorry, I'm having
Reasonable
trouble hearing. Excuse me. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm having trouble
Thank you.
hearing Mr. Feller.
Oh, thank you
Okay.
very much. Let's try that again, Mr. Feller, if you don't mind starting from the beginning.
Of course.
Thank you.
This
And please
incorrect
let us know if you can, Ms. McKenney, if you can hear this time.
Thank you.
All right, this incorrect reduction claim challenges the controller's reduction of costs claimed by the city of Hawaiian Gardens for fiscal years 2002-3 to 2011-12. The controller reduced the number of allowable collections claimed from twice weekly to once weekly because the claimant did not provide contemporaneous source documentation to support its claim under the reasonable reimbursement methodology, or RRM, for the twice per week trash collections claimed for the audit period. Staff finds that the controller's reduction is incorrect as a matter of law because the RRM does not require contemporaneous source documentation. Additionally, the claimant provided additional documentation with the IRC that the controller may not have reviewed. So the proposed decision remands the reimbursement claims back to the controller to further review and verify the costs claimed under the RRM based on the number of weekly trash collections during the audit period and reinstate the costs that are eligible for reimbursement in accordance with the proposed decision. The controller and claimant both concur with the proposed decision. Accordingly, staff recommends the commission approve this IRC and remand the reimbursement claims back to the commission in accordance with the proposed decision. With this recommendation, there are a couple of minor corrections to the proposed decision. First, page 30 in the conclusion should say the IRC is approved rather than partially approved. And on page 11 in the last paragraph of the summary of findings, we recommend adding approves this IRC and just those 4 words before the word remands to make the summary consistent with the conclusion. And as always, staff recommends the commission authorize staff to make any technical non-substantive changes to the proposed decision following the hearing.
Great, thank you very much. Any question? Oh, first, may parties and witnesses, please state your name for the record, Ms. Kurokawa. For the control.
Lisa Kurokawa, State Controller's Office.
Do
And
you
we
have any
agree with
comment?
we agree with the commission's decision.
Great, thank you very much. Any public comment on this item or any questions from the board?
Madam Chair, I would move the amended staff recommendation.
Great, thank you.
Second.
Great, thank you very much. It has been moved by Mr. Adams as amended with the 2 changes suggested by Mr. Feller and seconded by Ms. Olson. Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, Ms. Halsey, will you take the roll?
Mr. Adams,
Aye.
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Miller,
Aye.
Ms. Nash,
Aye.
Ms. Olson,
Aye.
Mr. Silva,
Aye.
Mr. Walker.
Aye.
Great, item number 4 is approved as amended.
Thank you. We now ask the presenters for item 4 to please turn off their video and mute their microphones. Item 5 is reserved for county applications for a finding of significant financial distress or SB 1033 applications. No SB 1033 applications have been filed. There is nothing new to report for item 7, the legislative update. So next, Chief Legal Counsel Camille Shelton will please turn on her video and microphone and present item 8, the Chief Legal Counsel report.
Morning,
Good
Mich-
morning. Good morning. There have been no new filings since the last commission meeting. We do have a recent decision by the California Supreme Court on the Coast Community College District claim. The court affirmed the commission's decision, finding that community college districts were not legally compelled to comply with the regulations requiring them to perform certain activities as a condition to be entitled to state aid. The Supreme Court has remanded that case back down to the 3rd District Court of Appeal to determine if practical compulsion applies. In the case listed under the litigation calendar, which is Department of Finance and the State Water Resources Control Board versus the Commission on State Mandates, that is a stormwater claim pending in the 3rd District Court of Appeal. The court has now set oral argument for October 17th, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Any questions from Ms. Shelton? Seeing none, we'll now move to the executive director report, please.
For today, I have an action item and some informational items following that. So we'll begin with the action item, which is the proposed 2021 hearing calendar. Commission meetings are generally held on the
Miss Halsey, I'm sorry.
Yes,
It
yes.
was the 2023 hearing calendar.
Oh, yeah. There's a typo there. That's important.
Either the last 2 years, we feel like either didn't happen or that they happened way too slowly.
Okay, try that again. Okay. Meetings are generally held on the 4th Fridays of odd months unless they conflict with a holiday. In 2023, the 4th Friday in November is a holiday. Therefore, the 1st Friday of December is proposed for this hearing. Additionally, the May hearing is proposed to remain on the Friday of Memorial Day weekend, as is usual. Therefore, all 2023 regular meetings are proposed for 4th Fridays of odd months, except for the November hearing, which is proposed for the 1st Friday of December. In addition, tentative hearings are proposed for April 28th, 2023 and October 27th, 2023. Staff recommends that the commission adopt the proposed 2023 hearing calendar.
Great.
I move adoption.
Thank you, Mr. Walker.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Olson. Any public comment? Any questions? It has been moved by Mr. Walker, seconded by Ms. Olson. No discussion. May we please have take the roll for the 2023 meeting calendar?
Sure. Mr. Adams,
Aye.
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Miller,
Aye.
Ms. Nash,
Aye.
Ms. Olson,
Aye.
Mr. Silva,
Aye.
Mr. Walker.
Aye.
Great, that motion carries. The 2023 calendar is adopted.
Thank you. And also for information, I have some reporting on administrative developments. The commission has recently hired a new associate governmental program analyst, human resources, Sarush Kanimani. Sarush, would you please turn on your video?
Hello.
Say hello. Yes, thank you. Sarush comes to us from the California Department of Tax and Fee Administration, where he worked as a staff services analyst in the external affairs section and then in the publication and forms section. In these positions, in addition to editing and other duties, he served as the attendance and training coordinator and the human resources bureau liaison, responsible for preparing packages for recruitments and separations. This is a promotion for Sarush, who is looking forward to becoming an expert in all things HR. Mr. Kanimani joined us on August 22nd and has hit the ground running, and we are delighted to have him on board. He's doing a great job.
Thanks for having me.
Great, welcome, Mr. Kanimani. We are grateful you're here and hope you enjoy your time with a remarkable group of people.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then I have workload update. After this hearing, there are 38 pending test claims, 37 of which are regarding stormwater NPDES permits. There's also one amendment to RIP parameters and guidelines, one statewide cost estimate, and one IRC active and pendings, or almost finished with those IRCs. Finally, there is one additional parameters and guidelines regarding stormwater NPDES permit that is on an active status pending the outcome of litigation regarding the test claim decision underlying that matter. And staff currently expects to complete all currently pending test claims and IRCs by approximately the September 2025 commission meeting, depending on staffing and other workload. Also, some of the test claims may be heard and decided earlier than currently indicated if they're consolidated for hearing. And that is all I have.
Great. Any questions for Ms. Wilsey? Any public comment? Great. Seeing none, the commission will meet in closed executive session pursuant to Government Code Section 11126E to confer with and receive advice from legal counsel for consideration and action as necessary and appropriate upon pending litigation listed on the published notice and agenda, and to confer with and receive advice from legal counsel regarding potential litigation. The commission will also confer on personnel matters pursuant to Government Code Section 11126A1. We will reconvene in open session in approximately 15 minutes. So it is 10:28, so we will be back no later than 10:45. And with that, we will recess into closed session. And Ms. Palchuk sent you a link that should be in your calendars. It probably is in your calendars for about noon. So please let us know if you have any questions, but it's the closed executive session link. Thanks, everyone, and see you shortly. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. The commission met in closed executive session pursuant to Government Code Section 11126E to confer with and receive advice from legal counsel for consideration and action as necessary and appropriate upon the pending litigation listed on the published notice and agenda, and to confer with and receive advice from legal counsel regarding pending litigation or potential litigation, excuse me. The commission also conferred on personnel matters pursuant to Government Code Section 11126A1. With no further business to discuss, correct, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Wilson. A second.
I'll go second.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. There has been a motion to adjourn by Ms. Olson, seconded by Mr. Adams, and by all of us adjourning in Carmen's memory. And a reminder to be, as Carmen always was, kind, articulate, and an advocate for the people that needed it most. So with that, we will take a roll call to adjourn, correct, Ms. Halsey? Great. Thank
Yes. Mr. Adams,
Aye.
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Miller,
you. Aye.
Ms. Nash,
Aye.
Ms. Olson,
Aye.
Mr. Silva,
Aye.
Mr. Walker.
Aye.
Great, thank you. The motion carries and the meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great day. Take care.
Thank you.
Aye. Thank
Bye.
you.